What's up, family? Come on in. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit before we get started. Come on in, come on in. Raymond, what's up with you? Family. What's up? What's up? Man, we're gonna go ahead and get started. On behalf of my mother-in-law, man, may God bless each and every one of you that come on this live. You know, for those of you that catch this later on the replay with YouTube, may God bless you as well. You know what I mean? Family, who's on your team? Who's your tribe? You know what I mean? Who's on your team? And the trip is, what's Scorpio lady? What's up? We all know the importance of team. You know what I mean? We understand the importance of a team, of having the right people on your team. You know what I mean? If you don't have the right people on your team, if you're not partnered up with the right person, if you ain't got the right people in your tribe, family, those of you that's gone through relationships and gotten your heart broken, got dogged out, you know what I mean? That's one of the lessons that they're trying to teach us is, man, who's on your team? Who's in your tribe? You know what I mean? Who's in your tribe? Who are you connected to? Because just because you connected to somebody don't mean that that's who you're supposed to be connected to. You know what I mean? Just because you hook up with somebody don't mean they got your best interest at heart. You know, and the great majority of us has been in relationships to where we find out later, we thought this person had our best interest. We thought this person, what's up with you, Libra love? We thought this person had our best interest. We thought this person was looking out for us and whoop-de-whoop, to find out later, man, they was cheating the whole time. Deezer Fraser, what's up? They were cheating the whole time to find out later. They were never committed to you. They never had your best interest at heart. It was always about them, their issues, their needs. And you were there to placate to their needs, to their wants, to their wishes. You know what I mean? But they had you convinced that they were looking out for you. They had you convinced that they were on your team. You know what I mean? And that's a hard lesson to learn. You know what I mean? Who are you connected to? Who are you connected to? Man, the ancients knew this. The ancients taught this. You know what I mean? The ancients taught this in like 122 years ago. This guy by the name of Frank Baum wrote this book, you know, and it was later made into a movie called The Wizard of Oz. You know, this guy wrote the story of The Wizard of Oz back in 1900. And they later made it into a movie, The Wizard of Oz. You know, and when you look at The Wizard of Oz, you look at, and now we're not going to get into the witches and the wizard and all these other people, you know what I mean? They're secondary people. What's up with you, Jose? To what we're talking about today. Who are you connected to? You look at Dorothy, you know, the young lady in The Wizard of Oz. Man, in the beginning of the movie, beginning of the story, she's walking around complaining and frustrated. And she's like, man, nobody's really paying her any attention. Nobody's paying her any attention. And the trip is, every one of us has been Dorothy at some point in our life. And so Dorothy runs away, you know, and she's got caught up in this tornado, this hurricane, I believe it's a tornado that came through Kansas and just, you know what I mean, turned her world upside down. Completely shook everything that she knew. And that's our life. That's every one of us. That's our life. We go through something to where, man, the universe, source, the most high, whatever, has got to come in and shake up everything we know. And a lot of times for the great majority of us, it's a relationship. Because nothing gets your attention like a toxic ass relationship. Nothing gets your attention like being connected to somebody who ain't really got your best interest, who's dogging you out, who's cheating on you, who's abusing you emotionally and physically. You know what I mean? Who's calling you outside your name and everything else. Nothing gets your attention to help spur your growth and development like being connected to the wrong people. You know what I mean? Man, we have to grow up. And the trip is, when you look at who Dorothy was teamed up with, you know what I mean? You look at the scarecrow. The scarecrow didn't have a brain. The scarecrow didn't have a brain. He wanted a brain, but he didn't have one. You look at the Tin Man. The Tin Man didn't have a heart. The Tin Man was rusted. He was stuck. He couldn't move. So many of us, man, go back to the scarecrow. The scarecrow couldn't reach his full potential. The scarecrow didn't know what he was capable of being, what he was capable of doing, what he was capable of accomplishing. The Tin Man, he couldn't do what he wanted to do. He couldn't reach his full potential because he was stuck. He didn't have a heart and he was stuck. So many of us, man, we've lost our heart. And what I mean by that, we've gotten our hearts broke. We've gotten love tainted within us. And so we got to the point where it's like, fuck love and fuck these dudes, fuck these women. And we get on because we've been hurt so bad and we've been left broken. It's as though some of these people just intentionally just ripped your heart out and just threw it on the ground and just left you there vulnerable and exposed. Same people you were teamed up with. The same people that you were connected to, whether it's a business partner, whether it's a lover, whether it's a family, because some of us got family members that have dogged us out. Some of us got family members that have straight dogged us up, that have borrowed money from us and denied the fact that they borrowed money from us. They borrowed stuff from us. And man, now it's time to pay it back. You can't contact them. You can't get a hold of them. They ain't nowhere to be found. We got friends. We had friends just like that. Some of us have come from such toxic ass families that, man, your siblings are sleeping with your dude. Your siblings sleeping with your girl. And then you look at the lion. The lion didn't have any courage. The lion couldn't reach his full potential. None of these things alone could reach their full potential. All of these things had damage, had baggage. And it's a trip when you sit back and you think about, man, this story was written 122 years ago. And yet we can see ourselves in each one of these characters today. We can see ourselves as Dorothy. We saw ourselves, the young us, just starting out in life, just completely clueless. You know what I mean? We got all this hope and belief in everything and everybody. We believe everybody's good. We don't believe people are going to dog us out. We don't believe that people are going to take advantage of us and mistreat us because that's not who our nature is. That's not how we get down. We're loving and compassionate and giving and woo-doo-doo. And so we automatically assume the young, naive version of us, the Dorothy version of us, we assume that everybody else is just like us. And if we're loving and compassionate and giving to them, they're going to reciprocate that to us. But that's not how life is. That's not how everybody else is. And so that's a hard lesson to learn. When you've been kicked to the curb, when you've been stomped, when you've been abandoned and rejected. Everybody ain't got your best interest, but how do you continue to maintain that love? How do you continue to maintain that hope in humanity and others? And so when you look at these characters, man, the lion, supposed to be the most feared animal. The lion, supposed to be the most courageous animal. The lion, he's a coward. He's a straight punk. Poor little Dorothy got more courage than the lion. The trip is, everything that each of them needed, they already possessed. The lion, he needed courage. He didn't know that he had courage. Why? Who told the lion that he didn't have courage? Who told the lion that he was a coward? What did he go through to make him feel like he didn't have any courage? What did the Tin Man go through to make him feel like he didn't have a heart? Something happened to him because he was rusted. Something happened to him because Dorothy had to take some oil and lube him up just to get him to start moving again. So he got stuck wherever he was at. Something happened in his life to make him stiff and freeze and stay right there. And that's what happens with so many of us. We get stuck in a bad relationship and we never move forward. We get stuck in a bad job and we never move forward. Gave up. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Libra Love. He gave up. What was it that made him give up? What did he experience to make him give up? The scarecrow. The scarecrow didn't have any brains. The scarecrow was there to scare the birds and the crows away, but he wasn't scaring nobody away. How come he couldn't accomplish his job? How come he couldn't accomplish his purpose? What made him feel like he was so ignorant? What made him feel like he didn't have any intelligence? What made him feel like he didn't have any brains? Who told him he didn't have any brains? And so many, we've grown up in situations where our family and our loved ones has beat us down verbally and told us and made us feel like we wasn't shit. Nobody would ever love us again. Nobody would ever want to be with us again. Nobody would ever value us. Man, I gotta be stupid to deal with this person's bullshit over and over and over again. I gotta be stupid to just love people and be so loving and compassionate and giving. Only a stupid person would just love like this. Only a crazy person would love like this. So something has to be wrong with me. I must not be smart. I have to be stupid. My family has always told me I was stupid. My mama told me I was stupid for hooking up with him. My daddy told me I was stupid for hooking up with him. My friends told me I was stupid for hooking up with him. When we got in a relationship, he told me how stupid I was. He told me how ugly and useless I was. He told me how I couldn't do shit right. Man. And yet, all four of them, together, made it to the Wizard of Oz. Together, they navigated through the journey of life. Together, they walked down and traveled down the Yellow Brick Road. Together, they first faced the obstacles and the different situations that came up along their journey. And because they were together, they had the ability to get to their destination. Because they were together, because they were intricately connected, they believed in each other. They helped each other reach their full potential. Who are you connected to? How are they helping you reach your full potential? Are they helping you reach your full potential? Are they just sitting on the sidelines, watching them, observing, and waiting for you to crash and burn? Are they sitting on the sidelines, wishing evil upon you? Are they sitting on the sidelines, talking like they're connected to you, but really they hating on you? They talking like they love you and they support you, but when you start your business, they ain't nowhere around. They ain't supporting you. They ain't encouraging you. They ain't helping promote you. They ain't doing shit but sitting there waiting and watching. Talking about, oh, I knew it wasn't gonna work. I don't know who she thinks she is. Be sorry that ain't nobody gonna buy that. Ain't nobody paying for all that. And who the hell she thinks she? Why don't she just get her a 9 to 5 and all this stupid shit? What makes this person think that they're so gifted or they're so important that to be doing what they're doing? And so you got all these people that's connected to you. A lot of times they're family. Most of the time they're family members. And we value and love our family so much because we're loving people at our core. And so we look at family as that support system. We look at family and think that, man, if I just love them more, if I just give more, if I just be more patient and more understanding and will do, man, they will accept me, they will embrace me, and they will get behind my purpose and help me accomplish it. And they don't, because they don't give a fuck. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow that there can be so many haters connected to you. We know the haters exist, but we don't want to see the people connected to us as haters. We don't want to see our family members as haters. We don't want to see our family members as being jealous and toxic as fuck. We know that they exist. Man, that's their family. That's these people. And we'll do, but we don't want to see it as for what it is with our people, with our family, with the person that we're connected to, the person we marry, the person we're dating. Who are you connected to? Are they really part of your tribe? When the trip is, years ago, I shared with you guys that I legally changed my name. Back in 95, I started the process in the Air Force. And I spent $800 at the time to change my name from John B. Broadway IV to ElijahAmmi. And the trip is, I didn't even know what my name, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, man, I was praying. And I was like, okay, God, if you exist, you're the one telling me, I'm getting the sense that I need to change my name. I don't want to be named after my father no more because of all the shit that he's done to me, all the shit he's done to my family. You know what I mean? As far as murdering my mom and all this other crazy shit, right? I didn't want to be named after my father anymore. And I knew it was, okay, you know, it's time for me to change my name. It's time for me to set a new precedent in my family. It's time for me to launch out on my own. It's time for me to do something new, something different, to announce that I've arrived. And what I mean by that, I'm no longer being called John. I'm no longer Broadway. You know what I mean? And so what I was going through is like, all right, God, I don't know who you are. I don't know if I refer to you as Yahweh. I don't know if I should refer to you as Allah. I don't know what I'm supposed to call you. But man, I need some help. Whoever you are, whatever your name is, that's really not important to me right now. I just need some help. Tell me what my name is supposed to be. And so, man, I go to sleep that night and I have a dream, and this elderly man is calling Elijah, but he's calling me, but he's saying Elijah, and I didn't know that he was talking to me because that wasn't my name. And so he kept calling me Elijah, and finally I turned around because I was like, who are you talking to? There's nobody here. And he's like, you, I'm talking to you. I've been calling you, but you don't even know your name. You don't even know who you are. And so when he said that, I'm looking at this older black man, like, dang, how the heck can you tell me who I am? He said, I'm telling you who you are. I came here to reveal to you who you are. You've allowed all these other people in your past to define you. You are not your daddy. You are not your ancestors. You have a purpose. There's something you're supposed to do, but before you do it, you have to know who you are. And so it's like Elijah, 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 Elijah. And finally I asked him, he's like, that's your name. How come you don't know who you are? How come you know everybody else's name, but you don't know your real name? How can you change the world and you don't even know who you are? How can you love yourself and you don't even know who you are? And so he's sitting there telling me, you are not just that little kid that was molested. You are not that little kid that saw his daddy murder his mom. You are not that little kid that they said will end up in prison the rest of your life, or that would be dead before you're 20. You're not that little kid. You're not that stupid kid that they kept calling you. You're not crazy like they kept saying. You don't have the devil in you like they kept saying. Because they didn't know who you are. You don't know who you are. And so you're answering to everything but who you are. You're answering to Goldie. You're answering to Broadway. You're answering to all this stupid shit, but you don't know who you are. And so I'm sitting and I'm shook. I'm shook. It's like, oh my God. This old man's lecturing me, and I don't take too kindly to people lecturing me. I don't take too kindly to people just going in at me like that. I didn't get down like that, you know what I mean? But I'm offended, but I'm shook, and I can't say anything because I know at my core he's telling me the truth. I'm offended, but I'm more offended because I know he's telling me the truth. And so I can't get mad at him for telling me the truth. No, I didn't want to hear that shit. Yes, I want to cuss him out, but I knew at my core, because it resonated with me, damn, he's telling me the truth. And so I'm like, okay, my name's Elijah. It's like, all right, next day it's like, okay, well, man, what is my last name supposed to be? I can't just be Elijah. What's my last name supposed to be? So the next night, I have another dream, and this elderly black woman is calling me Mr. Ammi, Mr. Ammi, and I'm ignoring her. I hear her, but I don't think she's talking to me. Because again, I didn't know that she was talking to me because I hadn't heard that name before. And so she kept addressing me as Mr. Ammi, calling Mr. Ammi, Mr. Ammi, Mr. Ammi, and I'm hearing it, but I don't know it's me. I'm waiting for somebody else to get up and to say, here, present, yes, something to acknowledge being called. But nobody's getting up. Nobody's acknowledging that's them. And so finally, this elderly black lady comes to me. Son, I'm calling you. I said, ma'am, that's not my name. I said, you don't even know me. How are you calling me? She said, isn't your first name Elijah? And I'm like, yes. She said, your last name is Ammi. Stay with me. I'm getting ready to go somewhere. At the time, family, I didn't even understand that Ammi meant my people. My family, my clan, my tribe. That's what Ammi means. My tribe, my people, my clan. I didn't even know who my clan was. I had no idea who I was connected to. And the great majority of us don't know who we're connected to. We don't know who we're supposed to be connected to. We don't know who really belongs to our tribe. We don't know what our clan really is. We think our tribe and our clan is our raggedy ass, sorry ass family that's done us foul. You know what I mean? And that's why we say blood is thicker than water, and we hang on to that toxic ass family, knowing it's killing us, knowing it's suffocating us. No one is dragging us down and it's keeping us from reaching our full potential, and we hold on to that toxic ass shit. And we won't let go. We ride or die for family that ain't never gave a fuck about us. Oh, we going in today. It is what it is. We ride or die for sorry ass family members that wouldn't do shit for you. We ride or die for sorry ass family members that wouldn't go out of their way to help you feed their kids when you need help. But they're always calling you and blowing you up when they need help. And they always want to throw the family thing up in there. They always want to call you cousin, uncle, you know what I mean, nephew, and all this other bullshit when they want something. But when you in need, ain't nobody got shit. When you in need, ain't nobody answering their damn phone. When you in need, ain't nobody acting like they seen your text message. You have to learn to disconnect yourself from that raggedy ass, toxic ass shit. Who are you connected to? Stop staying connected to people that don't mean you no fucking good. It's a trip because we grew up and our family always told us, man, the birds of a feather flock together. And they always told me, don't hang out with them people right there because they're bad news. They're going to get you in trouble and they don't mean you no good. But they never told me that my raggedy ass family was the exact same way. They told me that about all my friends that I thought was my friends growing up. All the little knuckleheads and hoodlums that I was hanging out with. But nobody warned me that my family was the most toxic motherfuckers. Nobody warned me or told me, man, your family is going to drag you down. You worried about all these other people. You should be concerned about your family. Who are you connected to? And that was a hard pill to swallow. And so one of the things that I was in Montana talking to some of the Native Americans, and they told me a little story, and it blew me away, and it stayed with me. It stayed with me. And it's talking about this little bird, this young bird that was flying. He was late behind the family and everybody else, and he was flying south to get out of the weather because in Montana it get cold. It's freezing cold in Montana. And it's talking about this little bird that was flying south. And he hit a blizzard and he fell down frozen on a farm. Right out there in a cow pasture, and this cow saw this bird frozen and had compassion on him and said, man, if I just take a crap on him, my warmth from my shit will warm this bird up. It'll thaw the bird out. And so the cow walks over to the frozen bird and takes a crap on it. And the warmth from the crap starts thawing the bird out. But there was a cat watching off afar, and the cat came out there looking for the bird. And as the bird began to come back to life, it started chirping. Had all this shit on it, and it began chirping because it was warming up. It was thawing out. And so the cat's looking for the bird, and he hears the chirping. And he finds the bird with all this shit on it. Picks the bird up. Wipes off the shit. That's cool, right? I used to live in Great Falls, Montana at the Air Force Base out there. I used to go to Billings out to there's a big college out there. I used to go out, hang out there. So the cat grabs the bird and wipes it off, cleans it up, and then eats it. And the moral of the story is just because somebody takes a shit on you, don't mean they're your enemy. Just because somebody gets you out of shit doesn't mean they're your friend. I'm saying it again. Just because the cow took a shit on the bird doesn't mean that the cow was disrespecting the bird. It doesn't mean that the cow didn't like the bird. It didn't mean that the cow hated the bird. It didn't mean that the cow was an enemy of the bird. The cow was trying to save the bird. And the only way that it had possible to do it was to take a shit on it. The cat came out, dug the bird up, cleaned the bird off, and then ate his ass. Sometimes we get connected to people because we got this low frequency shit. We on this low vibration crap. And so we hook up with the wrong person. And they come in as Captain Save-A-Ho. Man, let me help you with this. Man, I'll help you pay your bills. Man, I'll help you take care of your kids. Man, I can help you do this. Man, I could give you this car. And man, I could buy you this and this and that. And the whole time they're plotting on your ass. The whole time they're setting you up. You think, oh, they're so sweet. Oh, they're so free. And you just open up your arms, open up your heart, open up everything to this person. And a lot of the women that I know have had their daughters violated by these same dudes that they allowed in the house. Because they thought these dudes were so nice and so friendly and woo-doo. Man, they loved them and they were their savior and they were their hero and they were going to take them in places and do all this stuff. And the whole time he was plotting on her daughter. Who are you connected to? There's a whole lot of people that got violated by mama's boyfriend. There's a whole lot of people that's got violated by daddy's wife or daddy's girlfriend. Who are you bringing into your house? Just because they smiling and want to hang out with your kids don't mean that they got your kids' best interests at heart. Predators come in all kinds of shapes and colors. Who are you connected to? Who are you exposing your loved ones to? Who are you leaving your kids with? You going out working, you let this knucklehead come up in your house. He ain't got no job. He ain't got nothing. No ambition, no drive whatsoever. And you letting him step in your house, raising your kids. And he's plotting on your daughters. And sometimes your sons. Who are you connected to? Who's your tribe? Who's your tribe? I know women who have sold their daughters to dope men. I know women who have given their daughters to dope men so they could get their next fix. I know women that have given their sons to the dope man. They prostituted their own kids out for their next fix. Who are you connected to? Who's your tribe? Who are you allowing to walk your journey with you? Years ago, there was a movie that came out, Sleeping with the Enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. And so many of us were sleeping with the enemy. So many of us were conversating and hanging out and joking and drinking and smoking and doing all this stupid shit with the enemy. Every woman, girl, ladies, let me tell you, every woman ain't your fucking friend. Every woman ain't got your best interest at heart. Some of them want your fucking dude. Some of them want your man. Dudes, every dude ain't your boy. Some of them want your woman. Some of them want your daughter. Who are you connected to? Who are you exposing your kids to? We're talking about your tribe. Who's your tribe? Who's your team? Who's on your team? Are they really helping you? Or are they enabling you to continue on the self-destructive pattern you're on? Are they encouraging you to continue to be ratchet and ghetto and ignorant as hell? Or are they challenging you to rise above where you at? Are they pissing you off to rise up and to do better in your life? And so many of us, we think that when somebody challenges, when somebody corrects us, when somebody get in our ear, and they with the yeah, but they telling you some shit you don't want to hear. They telling you some truth about yourself you don't want to deal with. And so you think that they toxic. You think that they're tearing you down. And no, they're trying to help you reach your full potential. But you think everybody should be kissing your ass. You think everybody should be enabling you. And so you cut yourself off from your real people, your real tribe, who is there for you, who is looking out for your best interest. But your ignorance won't allow you to see that. because you thought this person who's taking you out and getting you drunk and whoop, you thought they was looking out for your best interests. You thought they was your real tribe. You thought that was part of your team. You thought they were ride or die. Who's on your team? And I promise you, just because you're born in a family don't mean them motherfuckers on your team. You had better grow up and see it for what it is. See it for what it is. And the only way you could do that, family, I say this all, man, you got to go within you. You got to know you. You have to know you. And I'm not talking about this dysfunctional you that's been surviving all this bullshit. I'm talking about the real you, the healed you. The healed you. You have to know you. I didn't even know my name, and these people were calling my name, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it. I believed that I was here on some stupid shit. I believed I was here to go to war with the fucking government on some stupid, ignorant ass bullshit. I believed that. I thought I was here to lead this revolutionary war against the fucking government. We was gonna do Black Panther all over again, reinvent that shit and take it to a whole nother level. On some ignorant ass shit. I thought I was here to sleep with every woman that said yeah. Some ignorant ass shit. Because I didn't know who I was. And if you don't know who you are, you can't know who your team is. If you don't know who you are, you can't know who your tribe is. And just because they tell you what you don't want to hear about yourself, don't mean that they don't love you. One of the hard lessons that my kids had to learn. I'm not kissing nobody's fucking ass. I'm not kissing my kids' ass. I'm not enabling my kids. I don't give a damn whether they like me or not. I don't give a damn whether they want to talk to me or not. I'm going to tell you the real and keep it real with you. And it is what it is. You grown, you're going to live your life, but I'm not going to change just to accommodate your fucking ego. I'm not going to tell you some shit just to make you feel good about you. I'm not here for your fucking ego. I'm here to help you grow and reach your full potential. If you don't want to grow and reach your full potential, then that's on you. But I'm not going to stay on your low frequency playing games with you and acting stupid like ain't shit wrong. My kids. My son was 16, 17 years old. And me and some of my boys from work went deep sea fishing. And I took my son with me and my cousin. And we all drinking. And they're like, man, just give John a beer. Let John drink. He's big enough. He's grown. He looked like he's grown anyway. And John was like, yeah, that was just, I was like, hell no. No. It's like, but nobody's going to know. It's a law. I don't give a fuck. No. It ain't up for discussion. How you raise your motherfucking kids is you. But I'm not letting my kids drink underage. Me and my son ain't fucking friends. He's a fucking minor. I'm his dad. I'm not here to be his fucking friend. I don't give a fuck whether he like me or not. I said, no, he can't drink with me. When he gets of age and he's doing what he want to do, okay, I might have a drink with him. Just because he's of age don't mean I'm going to like who he becomes. And it don't mean I'm going to want to hang out with him, whether that's my son or not. And I should tell my kids all the time, man, I'm not your friend. You got me fucked up. I'm not trying to be your friend. I don't even know if I want to be your friend. When you get grown and you start making your decisions and how you want to live your life, I'll choose whether or not I want to be associated with you or not. I'll choose whether or not we could be friends. Just because you're my biological son don't mean I'm going to hang out with you. Don't mean we're going to sit back and smoke and drink and hang out and do all that other stupid shit. No. I don't hang out with certain type of people. I don't put myself in the vicinity of certain type of people. It don't mean that I think I'm better than them. That's just not my frequency. That's not my tribe. And I don't give a fuck who it is. And I tell you guys, man, I got family members that I don't fuck with. And it's not because I think I'm all that. It's just I'm not playing those fucking games. I'm not doing that stupid shit y'all doing. If that makes me a square, if that makes me a lame, I don't give a fuck. What you think about me, I'ma do me. I'ma do me. Why? Because I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And what you doing ain't helping me get down my path. What you doing ain't helping me reach my full potential. It's a distraction to me walking my journey. So why would I hang out and do this stupid shit? And I know it's a distraction. I know it's stopping me from reaching my full potential. A lot of people get offended by that. A lot of people get hurt by that. A lot of people get pissed off by that. And it is, who gives a fuck? Let them live their life. You ain't demanding that they change. You ain't blasting them because they want to fucking smoke weed all damn day and not do shit in life. You ain't blasting them and telling them they ain't shit because they're fucking alcoholic and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, or they're fucking hoe and a tramper. You ain't talking that shit. You just know. Up on me. They don't want this message going out, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Man, you didn't come to explain shit to nobody. You know what I mean? Explain your shit, your life to nobody. You came here to walk your purpose and reach your full potential. Like it. Walk your path. Do what you came here to do. Stop tripping off all the distractions. Stop tripping on all the naysayers, all the haters. Your job is to make sure that you're connected with your tribe. Your job is to make sure that you got the right team around you. Yes, Paul, he sure does. When you look at any CEO, you ain't got to know every fucking thing. And I say this because so many people get caught up on this. You ain't got to know every fucking thing. When you look at the president of the United States, every president always assemble a team around him. Why? Because he don't know every fucking thing. He can't know everything. And so he puts people around him that specializes in whatever that topic is, whatever that subject is. A CEO of a company, man, he has a team around him that specializes in different aspects of the job. You ain't got to know everything. You just got to assemble the right team around you. Everybody can't be on your team. Everybody ain't gonna take you to the promised land or help you get to the promised land. Everybody's not interested in seeing you reach your full potential. Everybody's not interested in watching you shine. Everybody's not interested in seeing you blow up and watching your come up. Everybody don't want to see that. That's not cool with everybody. And you don't want those haters on your team. You don't want those people that's sabotaging you from the inside out. They're smiling in your face, but they're destroying you behind your back. They're smiling in your face and they're sabotaging everything you're trying to do. And some of you, you're sleeping with the enemy. You've been sleeping with the enemy. And they're jealous of you. They don't want you to blow up because they're scared they're going to lose you. They're scared you won't be interested in them anymore. But you have to know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, you're going to hook up with all the wrong people. You're going to date the wrong people. You're going to marry the wrong people. And it is what it is. Why do you do that? Because you're experimenting with life and those people are there to teach you. Man, you got to know who the fuck you are. You got to be careful who you hook up with. You got to learn this the hard way. Next time, you'll be more cautious. Next time, you won't be so quick just to let everybody jump on your bandwagon. Next time, you won't be so quick just to let everybody up in your house. You won't be so quick to let everybody know your business. You won't be so quick to let everybody around your kids. Who are you connected to? Everybody want to blow up. But everybody ain't assembled the right team to support that blow up. Everybody want the right partner. Everybody want the king and the queen. The right king and queen for them. But they ain't put in the work to get on that frequency so that they can attract the right king or the right queen. You have to know who you are. You have to love who you are. You have to value who you are. What's up with you, Karen? You could have everything you've imagined and beyond that. More than that. When you look at the successful people out there right now, the wealthy and the famous and all that, every one of them have an accountant. Every one of them have a lawyer. Every one of them have a business advisor. Why? Because they don't have time to know everything, and they're not going to know everything. And so they take these people that they trust, and these people that are experienced, and these people that are experts in their area. Why? To keep me out of trouble, to keep me from making certain mistakes, to keep me from getting in trouble with the government, or to keep me from getting in financial trouble or making poor decisions and losing the wealth and the businesses that I created. So I have to have the right people around me that I know really have my back. They believe in me. They believe in the mission. They believe in you. They believe in what you're trying to accomplish. Everybody that cheers you on, all that yet, don't mean that they're cheering you on from their heart. It doesn't mean that it's sincere. There's a whole lot of groupies out there. There's a whole lot of junkies out there. They know your money. They know where you're going. They see the potential in you. And man, they want to just grab on and leech on. There's a whole lot of women out there looking for NFL players, looking for NBA players, looking for baseball players. Why? Because they believe in them. And if I hook up with him and get pregnant by a man, or hook up with him and make him fall in love with me, and even though I ain't bringing shit to the fucking table, ain't got shit to offer him, but man, I could be taken care of. I could have life easy. They don't give a fuck about your career other than the fact how much money you got coming in. And we all know that those people exist. But most of us don't realize that we have those same type of people in our lives. Nobody would do that because I'm broke and I'm busted and disgusted and wounded. There's people that believe in you. There's people that see the anointing on your life. There's people that see the calling on your life. People that see you're going places. And some of them are going to try to keep you from getting there. And some of them, they're going to act like they're your greatest cheerleader. Ooh, you know, they're so happy for you. They're so in love with you. They're so enamored by you. And because your low self-esteem and self-hating ass, you don't like you and you don't love you, you're just so happy that this person who's pretty and attractive, that they love you and they adore you, and all they're doing is sucking the shit out of you, draining the hell out of you. Who's on your team? Who's on your team? Man, family. No man is an island. No man is an island. And what I mean by that, you cannot reach your full potential all by yourself. I don't care who you are. You cannot reach your greatest potential, the greatest version of yourself. You cannot reach the promised land. You cannot reach the Oz or wherever you're trying to go. You cannot accomplish everything that you came here to accomplish on your own. No man is an island. We need people in our lives. So many of us, we've been so dogged out, we don't trust nobody. And so we cut everybody out. And so we think we're going to be lone wolf. We're going to do this all by ourselves. No, the fuck you ain't. Because you can't. We have to grow up. We have to learn. Man, it takes a team. It takes a team. And the thing I learned in the military a long time ago, team is an acronym. Team, together, everyone achieves more. Together, everyone achieves more. And so when you look at the Wizard of Oz, like we started out on this, man, Dorothy, the Tin Men, the Lion, the Scarecrow, they're individuals. They couldn't reach their destiny. They couldn't reach their full potential until they became a team. Until they became a team. It took all four of them to walk that path. To get to where they had to go. Who are you allowing to team up with you? Who are you allowing to sleep in your bed? Who are you allowing to whisper in your ear? Who are you allowing to advise you and to counsel and mentor you? Who are you allowing to hold you accountable? And so many dudes, we don't want nobody holding us accountable. I'm a grown ass fucking man. Can't no another motherfucking dude tell me shit. Man, we need people to hold us accountable. Why? Because we'll go way out on the fucking left field on a tangent somewhere. And so we need people to reel our asses back in. When we want to go off and do some stupid ass shit. When we get hurt and frustrated and disappointed and angry and we want to snap the shit out of something, we need these people to reel us back in, to calm us the fuck down. Every one of us needs somebody that's going to hold us accountable. Every one of us needs somebody that's going to keep it real with us. We might not like what they have to say, but that's what it takes to keep you on track. That's what it takes to keep you moving forward in the right direction. Don't get so high and mighty and so righteous and spiritual and woke and enlightened that you don't think you need nobody. That's an ego trap. That's a setup. That's a setup for a demise. That's a setup to watch you crash and burn. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Everybody ain't your enemy. And everybody ain't your fucking friend. And just because they're your quote unquote friend, your childhood friend, don't mean that they belong on your team. Don't mean that they're part of your inner tribe. Just because they were there for you when you got divorced, just because they were there for you do whoop-de-whoop-de, don't mean that they belong on your tribe or in your tribe. Don't mean that they belong in your inner circle. One of the greatest lessons with Jesus, out of all the thousands of people that was always around him, out of all the people that was following him from place to place, he had a small group of people, 12. 12 that he handpicked. And one of them was the fucking devil. He handpicked 12 and one of them betrayed him. Although that one, that's what he was supposed to do. That's still a message. Be careful who you put on your team. Be careful who you trust your business with. Be careful who you listening to. Man, family. Man, I hope and pray that something was said on this live that, man, piqued your interest, that got your wheels spinning, that challenged your thoughts, your beliefs, that encouraged you, that inspired you. Man, I believe that we're going to get there. I believe that we're going to change the world, but that has to start with us. We have to change. We have to grow up, and we have to assemble the right team around us to help us reach our full potential. That goes for our individual lives. That goes for our partnership. I had to make sure that I picked the right woman this time. I had to make sure I had the right queen by my side this time, because I've had too many wrong ones. And so I had to realize, man, I got to get it right. So I got to get me right first. I got to get in alignment first, so that I make sure that when I pick the right queen, or when I pick the queen, she's the right one. Women, just because a guy picks you don't mean he's supposed to be your king. Just because a guy picks you don't mean that he's supposed to be your boo. Get in alignment before you allow the wrong one to come in. Because you could hook up with the wrong person and they set you back 10, 15, 20 years. They could cost you everything. Everything you built, they can take it from you. They can make you forfeit all that you've already established just because you picked the wrong partner. Man, I love you guys. My queen and I, we love you. If there's anything that you guys want us to talk about, man, just leave a message on the live or come back to the replay on YouTube and just leave a comment there of whatever topic it is you guys would like for us to discuss. If you want certain prayer requests, man, just leave a comment also, or you can just send it to my email at ElijahAmmi.com. I love you. Thank you for watching this long video with us. Man, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this tribe. We understand that you can have your energy somewhere else right now. We understand that you could be doing something else right now. And yet you're taking this time out to hang out with us. We don't take that for granted. We appreciate it and we love you. Namaste. The God within me sees, recognizes, acknowledges, and cherishes the God within you. Happy healing. Peace.